On this Friday evening and at the home of one of the title contenders, Al Nassr, with starman Cristiano Ronaldo playing host to struggling Al Akhdoud. So let's have a look at how the two teams line up this evening. Then you can see the absence of two big players really for Al Nassr tonight. There's no Sadio Mane, there's no Marcelo Brozovic either, which is interesting because both have obviously been jet-setting around the globe to their respective nations, so you wonder whether that's played a part. There's some talk that Luis Castro is resting them to have them fully fit for facing Al Hilal next week. He has changed his goalkeeper. Al Akhdoud isn't in the squad, so Al Nassr makes only his second league start of the season, but of course there is still a great collection of talent in this Al Nassr team, the likes of Telles, Fofana, Otavio, Talisca, and of course captained by the great Cristiano Ronaldo. Still no Aymeric Laporte though because of injury.
Yeah, you look at that team there, and I think Talisca won't play as a 10. I think Otavio plays as a 10. Talisca will probably play off the right-hand side, but it is a star-studded side.
Big absentee for Al Akhdoud.
The blocks particularly quick. I think they'll try and soak up what pressure Al Nassr will have with the ball, and then they'll look to try and play on the counter, and they'll look to try and play on the counter with speed.
Friday night football in Saudi Arabia's capital city of Riyadh. It is just coming up to 9 p.m. local time here. They'll have been building up to this all week around these parts, frankly for 2 weeks because of the international break. So many here in the colours of Al Nassr, the yellow and the blue, keen to see if their team can continue their terrific form and mount another title challenge. But there is no Sadio Mane. He's hidden behind there on the bench tonight. I wonder if he'll be feeling a little frustrated that he's not been selected by Luis Castro tonight, who is clearly chosen to rest one of his very best players, the Senegalese international. They are one of the most star-studded teams in this Saudi Pro League, Al Nassr. Their presence has long been felt in the top tier of football in this country.
Looks pretty relaxed, doesn't he?
Does a bit. Maybe he's not too concerned at all, Sadio Mane, about not being in the 11 tonight. Appreciating the rest. But for the side that Al Nassr face this evening, a very different tale. Al Akhdoud have scrapped and shifted their way through the lower leagues in this country to reach the pinnacle. They might still feel their journey has mileage left in it, but my goodness, they've been brilliant in recent years just to get to this point. It is their first taste of the Saudi Pro League this season. It is their first taste of Al Nassr as well. And they've already proved that they are more than capable of. There are the two captains tonight. The man on your left will be a familiar face, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Hussein Al Zabdani of Al Akhdoud. Referee tonight is Faisal Al-Balawi. He was in charge of Al Akhdoud's 2-0 defeat at Damak only a few weeks ago, but it is the first time tonight that he takes charge of Al Nassr, and this is how the two teams line up. You can see notable absentees for Luis Castro's side. There is no Sadio Mane, there is no Marcelo Brozovic. Both of them are on the bench tonight, but there is so much talent led by that man, the number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo, but he has been ably assisted so far in this game by the player who wears the 94 just behind him, Talisca, who's got plenty of goals himself in the current campaign. Keep an eye on Al Akhdoud's Leandra Tawamba tonight as well, because he has actually scored inside this stadium already this season for Al Tawoun before he made his move to Al Akhdoud. So, second against 16th in the Saudi Pro League. Two teams who always had very different priorities coming into this season. One to thrive, the other merely to survive. Multiple champions Al Nassr, the home team in the yellow and blue. And trying to shackle them tonight, Al Akhdoud. Son Hutchison providing the better half of the commentary duo tonight. Al Nassr have been unrelenting of late, haven't they? But Al Hilal are not giving them an inch right now in this title race.
No, I think that's the big game, isn't it, next week? That will take the focus, but it has to take the focus after this game. So Luis Castro, I would imagine, in his team talk, would have said to his players not to be complacent, give the opposition the utmost respect, and make sure you get the job done tonight.
Early throw won by Abdulrahman Garib.
I imagine that 3 will turn into 5 when they haven't got the ball.
It's the hottest ticket in town right now to be inside Al Hilal Park, especially with Cristiano Ronaldo now in these parts too. Off goes Godwin for the first time. He's got a bit of pace about him, by the way. He could be a bit of a problem for Al Nassr tonight. Not a problem on that occasion, though, for Al Amri, who's defended the situation well and has got the throw out of Saviour Godwin too.
Very, very good defending that for Al Amri. Just stayed on his feet, was patient, was strong when he needed to be, but he didn't dive in to try and win the ball. You can't when you're in your 18-yard box. The risk of giving a penalty away.
See Martin Chivella reasonably pleased with what he saw there. He would have been so pleased to get that victory in his very first game in charge 2 weeks ago, and then of course to have that fortnight to work with the squad as well, which has been so crucial. Here's Talisca, a little spin and then a drop of the shoulder, and he's got the ball out of his feet as well, and it's come for Ronaldo, who has found the room and not quite the corner. How many times have we seen Cristiano Ronaldo pick the ball up there and score?
Well, you're right, Chris, and that's what the defender should be thinking. There's no way Ronaldo's taking this shot on his left foot. He was always going to shot back onto his right, so a little bit naive defending that from the winger. Zabdani, he should have stayed on his feet, and now he gets inside where he wants to be on his right foot, and you look from that angle there, inches away.
It tends to fall the other side of the post, doesn't it? So I'm sure Paulo Vitor will have been very pleased to see it drop the right side as far as he was concerned.
Oh, so unlucky though. It's exactly where he would have wanted to start that ball there. Ronaldo just couldn't bring it back inside the post.
Temporarily forced away from goal. Here is Tavio lifting it in. The touch is beautiful. The layoff is great. The finish is super. It's a really good goal, finished by Al Nassr, but so many in yellow and blue involved in the build-up. Sparkling stuff, and the 9-time champions of this league in front inside 13 minutes.
Well, that is a high-class goal. Top quality football. The way to pass on the diagonal was off the charts, really, from Otavio. Try and nick that inch. You get your ball at your feet there, you can take players on. Territorially, you're higher up the pitch, you can create a little bit of pressure.
And disappointingly, it was for Al Akhdoud their last opportunity of the first half, but it's been an entertaining one. So away we go then in the second half, with Al Nassr looking for what would be their 11th win of the season in the Saudi Pro League. And with that one goal advantage, the goal scored by Sami Al Najeh 13 minutes in, amongst a flurry of early opportunities for Al Nassr. But there will be much for Martin Chivella, the new Al Akhdoud coach, to have got his teeth into at half-time in terms of the way his team improved as that half wore on.
Well, I think he would have delivered a very positive team talk. Even though this Al Nassr side have got loads of stars, I think for most of the first half it was quite even. It's just having the belief to go and step onto Al Nassr, trying to...
The game is becoming more and more stretched. Here's Tellez, it might suit Al Nassr. Tellez's delivery, Paulo Vitor flung himself at it, and it's dropped for Ronaldo, who was not to be denied. Found the improbable gap. And the very best at making something of nothing, perhaps has given Al Nassr 3 very big points in the title race.
Well, how on earth has Ronaldo scored from there? He's probably the only player on the pitch that can score from there, because the angle was so tight. And that's the goal that's going to take the 3 points and take it away from Al Akhdoud, but some finish from Ronaldo.
Has played for the very biggest and still delivering. A 14th Saudi Pro League goal of the season for Cristiano Ronaldo.
It's brilliant. It's a great ball in. The goalkeeper's brave, but he takes a great first touch there. Now he's looking for an angle. And how he spots going through about 2 or 3 players, then past the goalkeeper from that angle on the side with the power. Great finish, that.
It was Krugvelia who was pretty much on the line, but knew he couldn't commit. And now perhaps the game really opening up as it is fed through. Paulo Vitor's come a long way, he got something on it. Ronaldo fancies something really special. Oh, he's done it! Goodness me! We've said it 100 times, but there is absolutely nothing he can't do. The magician, pure wizardry from Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, what can you do? What can you do to try and stop this man? You give a mere mortal, I think, 50 goes at this, and most pros couldn't do what Ronaldo's done then. At the age of 38, to have the muscle memory, to have the skill under pressure, to hit a ball probably 40, 50 yards up in the air and land it a yard underneath the crossbar. It's amazing. He probably thinks, now I'm going to score. What technique shall I go for? High, dipping volley under the crossbar. Phenomenal.
I doubt anyone else on that pitch would have dared even dream of trying that, let alone executing it.
Imagine going into the Rolodex of finishes. What shall I go for? Ronaldo just pulls out the instep left foot volley, 40 yards in the air.
Miran, so you get a few minutes here for Alex Telles. Well, Nassr's main focus now will be ensuring they keep this clean sheet. Here's Godwin, who's trying his luck, the goalkeeper, with a very strange clearance. It's almost like it's just going to happen because it's Ronaldo.
He's a magnet, isn't he? He's just a magnet. I mean, that was a great passage of play. Their best passage of play, I think, all night there from Al Nassr.
And this probably is the final passage of the whole night.
Can he get free?
Here comes the Al Nassr corner. It's going to be aimed for Ronaldo. It's not come to him. It's not come to Talisca. And that is the end of the evening. Another night where Al Nassr have won 5 in a row now. But another night where Cristiano Ronaldo is capturing the headlines. 2 goals, the second of which was exquisite, perfect, beautiful. All the descriptive words that so often have been used next to Cristiano Ronaldo's name. He once more will have a weekend where he will be adored by all around him in Riyadh. He'll have a weekend where he'll be lighting up social media with a goal of that quality. And Al Nassr will have a weekend, Don Hutchison, where they apply some pressure to Al Hilal at the top of the table too.
Yeah, he was the difference, Ronaldo. I think it was a very workmanlike performance for about an hour. They played quite well, they controlled the game. In truth, they were never looking like they were going to lose the game, Al Nassr, but the Ronaldo goals, especially his second one, out of this world.
If he is playing and continuing to score goals like that, you do look at Al Nassr and you think they might be able to hunt Al Hilal down. They're great rivals of Riyadh.
Yeah, well, next week's going to be the test, isn't it, when they play them away from home. Still a long way to go.
So the goal in the first half from Sami Al-Najeh, which ultimately proved so important for Al Nassr, is largely going to be forgotten about because of that man and what he has done in this second half, Cristiano Ronaldo. Goals in the 77th and 80th minute. One bashed in when the angle looked against him. The third caressed from distance when it looked impossible. And Al Nassr, in the end, cantering away to victory. It has finished. Al Nassr 3, Al Akhdoud 0.